ongoing gang violence in Haiti has taken the international spotlight. Experts with the United Nations warn the country is in peril as gangs disrupt daily life, kill, kidnap, and even sexually assault Haitians. In the first segment of our two-part series, our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp explains the horrors of what's happening in Haiti.
Haiti is in a catastrophic situation right now.
The United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights designated Bill O'Neill as the expert on the situation of human rights in Haiti. The Caribbean country has been plagued by violence for years, but within the past couple of weeks, Haiti has gained international attention for the increase in gang violence.
It's like a mafia where they have to pay for everything. If you go to the water pump to get water, because most Haitians don't have running water, there's a guy with a big gun at the pump with his hand out, and you have to pay him before you get your water. If you go in a taxi, a motorbike to cross one zone to another, there's a gang checkpoint. You're going to have to pay to get in, pay to get out. And sometimes women are stopped and raped. Some people are kidnapped and held for ransom.
O'Neill says the gangs have compromised people's access to medical services and food. The World Food Program says 44%, or roughly 4.35 million Haitians, are food insecure because the violence is hindering access to food.
And food's very expensive. A lot of it is imported. And with the weak gourd and the Ukraine and pressures on inflation worldwide, the cost of buying anything, even when it's available, is beyond the reach of many, many Haitians. And the gangs have only complicated that by adding costs because the food comes in either through the ports or across the border from the DR, or the food that's produced within Haiti. To get to the cities, it goes through gang checkpoints. And at every checkpoint, there's another charge put on it. But two categories really worry me, and they're getting much worse, is sexual violence and the number of rapes and other attacks on women and girls, and sometimes men and boys. It's rampant. The UN actually can't even count the cases. They've stopped trying. It's such a horrible epidemic, and it's spreading.
Another growing issue, the number of internally displaced people.
They've been forced to flee their homes because of gang violence. It's grown from, there were 50,000 more or less when I went on my first mission in July of 2023. When I was there in October, November, it had quadrupled to 200,000. And now the latest reports I'm getting is that has doubled in barely 4 months to now 400,000.
O'Neill says 400,000 might be a conservative number.
Really vulnerable, very exposed, totally at sea with no support from the government. And again, linking back to the violence issue, a lot of the young girls and women who are displaced are being sexually attacked because they really aren't. They're sleeping on the streets or in parks or very unprotected. When night falls, it's very bad.
In Washington, D.C., Rachel Knapp, One Caribbean Television.
Our special coverage of this issue continues next week. We'll share how the UN and other countries are working to end the violence and the roadblocks they face in getting that job done. Again, that story will air next week right here on One Caribbean News.